Yeah, sorry about the state I'm in. I just finished the gym. My shoulders are sore. I've got to get on that creatine. I've got to buy some creatine today because it mends the muscles up a little bit. You know what I mean? But a bit of a bad way. My shoulders are so sore. My back's sore as well. Anyway, I'm starting to do heavies again now. Heavy weights. I just love it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stop at people going to the light weights, do light weights. I can't handle it. Anyway. I was talking last night to my pals to come over, a couple of my back pals, and we always get to the point where we're talking about YouTube and things like that, and we're talking about Lenny McLean, Roy Shaw, Joe Pyle, Bindon, and Cliff Fields, Johnny Waldron, and all these people that go back years ago with me, you know what I mean? And we're talking about Johnny Bindon, and Johnny Bindon used to go with Joe Pyle down his pub. And Joe Pyle used to get in the ring with Johnny Bindon, and Joe Pyle weren't no fool, mate. The old man could have a right fight, and the old man was right good with his fists, yeah? He was a good fighter, the old man. And he'd get him with Bindon, and and he'd teach Bindon certain things. This is one of my pals talking to me because he used to go down my mate Wally's club, Wally Angus club, in Twickenham, and Wally used to talk, and Roy Shaw used to talk, and all that lot used to get together. So he'd come to see me at my place, yeah, and we had a little talk and a bit of a laugh, yeah. But he was just saying about Johnny Bindon when he used to get a ring with Joe Pyle and Roy Shaw, and it was to fight Lenny McLean. Johnny Bindon wanted Lenny McLean bad. He said he offered him out outside Stringfellas. He didn't want to know, and he said that yeah, he wants to fight him. So evidently, Roy Shaw used to spar quite a bit with Johnny Bindon, and Johnny Bindon was saying to Roy Shaw, "Do you reckon I could beat Lenny?" And Roy Shaw saying, "Yes, you can. You're a banger. Yes, you can. I think you could beat him." But then I said to myself, to my mate, "Well, really, Roy shouldn't have said that because Roy only won one fight out of three, I think it was, and Roy saying that yes, you could beat him, but I don't know, yeah." But I'm trying to get hold of the fight of Roy Shaw when he fought Lenny, the first fight that he beat Lenny. I can't find it. I've looked everywhere for that fight. I just can't find it. If it's is it on YouTube? I don't know. I can't find it. But they reckon that Johnny Bindon could have beat Lenny McLean. And when you talk to my mates, and I'm saying, do they reckon that he could beat him in the ring or on the street? They're saying that Johnny Bindon offered Lenny McLean out on the street at Stringfellas, yeah? And Lenny McLean didn't want to know. So if Lenny McLean didn't want to know on the street with Bindon, what would he been like in the ring with Bindon? But maybe the only reason that Lenny didn't want to fight Bindon on the street is because maybe Bindon would have stabbed him up, and that was Bindon's thing. Because I've had it myself, exactly where Bindon comes from, mate. If you don't steam into Bindon straight away, he's going to plunge you up, and he will stab you. He don't even think about it. He will just pull something out of his boots or out of his back, and he just put it in you, mate. Bang, bang, bang. Without a shadow of a doubt, Bindon's a nasty man, and he could have look what he done to me. I mean, he tried to kill me, and they're saying, my pals are saying to me, well, what would have happened if Bindon had died of AIDS at that time? I said, look, I would have killed him, mate. Without a shadow of doubt, I'd have killed him. He tried to kill me, I'd have tried to kill him, you know what I mean? But obviously I got nicked for it, so it's a good thing that he did die, in a way. I don't, not saying it's a good thing he died. I mean, Bindon was like, a lot of people really liked him, A lot of people really liked him because he was a character, but the only thing with Bindon, if he had a drink, he'd take liberties. He would take liberties. He'd do silly things like, personal things that you don't really like. Putting his manhood in drinks and all that sort of thing. That wasn't on. That's why Oliver Reed and Bindon used to fight a lot, about that sort of thing. You know what I mean? But then I was saying, there's no way, even, what me and Bindon did get on, yeah? And Bindon knocked me out outside the Cromwellian years and years ago. Well, there's no way that Bindon could have beat Cliff Fields. No way. And there's no way, I don't think, that he'd have beat John Waldron. Johnny Waldron would have, mind you, they said that Johnny Waldron, he was a good boxer, but would he have took Bindon's bang? Because Bindon could bang, you know. And I don't know why Bindon really didn't get into the unlicensed fighting. Perhaps he didn't want to as such, but he did want to fight Lenny. He did want to fight Lenny. Maybe it was just because of that Stringfellas turnout. I don't know, you know. Maybe, I don't know why he didn't sort of meet Lenny and have it on the street with him, a proper fight. But as you say, Bindon wouldn't have done that. He would have plunged Lenny up. If Lenny had come into him and chinned him, and he'd have pulled a thing out and gone into him a bit bad and stabbed him up. That was his game, you know. I mean, anyway, yeah, but it's a shame really that everything went, you know, like it just died. Everything died. The boxing game just died. One day, like, you know, it was all fighting. The next day it all stopped for some reason. The unlicensed fighting just stopped. Was it because people like Joe Pole died? People like what Frankie Warren went in as a professional manager? Was it that, you know? Was it my mate Jimmy Tibbet really didn't want to do no more boxing? Putting people in the ring. I mean, I'm not quite sure with Jimmy Tibbet that I might have been the last one that he trained. Yeah, me and Jimmy Tibbet was not just trained together. We worked together. Yeah, we worked with like good enforcers, getting money, collecting money. I mean, you got young Jimmy Tibbet Jr. would absolutely tell you about me and his dad. His dad was a proper man. Yeah, his dad. Everybody respected Jimmy Tibbet. Everybody respected. You know, Jimmy Tibbet was a proper man. Yeah, he's like everybody loved him. I mean, Harry and Billy Haywood loved him. You know, he used to look after their snooker halls and all that. You know, and always go around there. I always go around there with him. And you know, Harry and Bill, as I said, had that ring, had that big underneath that cell, prison cell, where they go in and they ever think about doing something really, really bad. Not licking fags, but on about something really, really bad. They just go downstairs, shut in there for a couple of 3 hours and go, poor, ain't for me. I don't want that. Which I think is a good idea. I think, personally, yeah, that kids, they should put kids in prison. When kids go away to court, yeah, and they give them like 10 years, 5 years, 6 years, and all that, you know, the deterrent is the first couple of 3 months. That's the deterrent, because after that, they be getting to the regime of it all, yeah, and it no longer becomes a deterrent because they're in it. But when you first get your bird and you're banged up in a cell, three-handed, four-handed, that is a deterrent, mate. You think, oh, I can't have more of that. It's when you go into a police cell, you think, oh no, I can't have more of this. But when you get your bird, your big bird, and you go in a cell 3 or 4 for a matter of months, yeah? Sometimes, in my time, it was 12 months, 16 months, 18 months, you have to wait before you go to your big prison, yeah, to do your bird. But because of the way I was and what I used to do, they used to ship me out quick, yeah? So when you get to your main nick, the prison's easy. You think, wow, man, it's not hard. The only thing that's hard about it is you're locked up. You can't get out, but you've got everything else you want, you know. And not only that, even when you're on the street, you don't get to use the gym 24/7 because you're too busy trying to earn money. At least in prison, you can earn money, go to the gym, go to the kitchen, buy food, get food. I was lucky I worked in the kitchen, so I was to get fucking food as well, get loads of food, go to the gym, my cell was immaculate, everything I wanted. Listen, do you know what? I never used to ask my mum or my dad for anything. None of my family. I asked them for nothing. I'm in prison. I'm the one in prison, so I don't need you outside to spend money on me. I'm the one who put me in prison. Yeah, I don't want you to help me out, mate. I can help myself out. I'm not asking you for nothing. I don't want nothing of you. I'd go and get my bedspreads. I'd go and get my curtains. I'd go and get my carpet. I'd go and get my beds. Everything I wanted, I'd get. Record players, pies, everything. Everything I wanted, I'd just go and get, yeah? Because that's how it was, you know? And when I go to a big nick like Chelmsford Prison, yeah? And I thought to myself, when I was at the end of it, and I was fighting quite a lot in there, yeah? And you get to talk to people like Ronnie Bender, and Ronnie Bender says, "Look, I'd like you to meet my brother Ray Bender, and you know Alex Steen. They're into this unlicensed fighting and prize fighting. Would you like to get into it?" And I said, "Yeah, I can't get a professional license, even though we tried. I couldn't get it." So they really was the first ones to get me involved with unlicensed fighting. It's only because of the distance that I pulled away from it, yeah, and and then being told, you know, when I eventually did meet Johnny Bindon again, you know, went through so much with John. It was like a war, really. You know what I mean? You never knew where John would come out of the tree. It was like a ninja. You know what I mean? He was telling you. Johnny Bindon was like a ninja. He'd come out just from anywhere, you know, and want to fight you, but he'd plunge you up. You know, that's the only trouble between me and John. John knew that I could have it, and John could have it, but he knew maybe that I was a better on the pavement, yeah, than what he was, and he knew that to beat me, he'd have to plunge me up. You know what I mean? And when you think, I mean, I know I just said it about the time he come behind me and done me with an hammer or a bar or whatever. I'm with my Danny and my little boy, you know, and you think to myself, wow, man, this geezer was too much, you know what I mean? Come out of nowhere. Come out of nowhere outside a club, you know, in Kingston. This come out of the clubs. I'm walking past there, and he's come behind me and done me with an iron bar or an hammer or both even. Why? You know what? Because I bashed him up. Come on, mate. What's going on? Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then try to kill me. Really, I'm lucky to have survived that. You know, they had all sorts of drips on me and everything. You know what I mean? I lost so much blood, and you know, he must have smashed my skull to bits. You know, and all that. Done my back, my legs. I mean, even do you know what? The reason why more so I'm talking about Bindon today is because when I sit down for quite a long time on my left leg, it goes numb. Yeah. And I definitely think it's because of what Bindon done to my left leg. He smashed it to pieces, my left leg. That was in plaster for ages. Didn't break it, he just smashed it all up. You know, done all my tendons and everything in it, you know what I mean? Cut it about, I've got all scars on my leg, but he cut it up, yeah. So, you know, I thought about that today. I thought, yeah, Bindon done it. He didn't muck about. And yet, he was family, really. I mean, he was like good mates with my father-in-law. Really good mates, you know. I've never ever talked to my father-in-law about Jimmy Moody and Johnny Bindon. Never ever, you know. I don't think those two would have got on. You know, I think Moody would have maybe shot him, Johnny Bindon, because more like Johnny Bindon would have got a bit over the top. Johnny could have a right fight, you know. I could have a fight. Maybe I was that little bit harder puncher, you know. But Johnny Bindon could have a right fight, and he's hard man. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, some of the people that I've met over the years, I'm one of the last ones about, mate. There ain't many of us left, you know. Massey, there ain't many of us left about. You know what I mean? Of my age. I mean, I think I'm the oldest one out of them all, really. What, my 73 nearly now, you know what I mean? 73. It's mad. I can't believe that I'm 73. It's mad. I don't even think I'm 73. I don't even think I'm 63 or 53. You know, I still think I'm in my 40s. I do the things now what I was doing when I was 40. Flying big weights about, training all the time. My legs give me jib, man. You know what I mean? It's mad. You know what I've got to start doing though, more so now, is walking. I've got to start walking more because this leg's giving me jib. Yeah, this leg's giving me a bit of jib. I think it's when it just smashed my leg to pieces, and I've got to start walking. You know, make it more strong. Start doing more squats. Get more weights up the gym to do more squats. Yeah, you know, heavier squats. So I'll get my legs powerful again because they're not that powerful no more. You know what I mean? And my top half is my left leg's not. It's weak. I'll tell you the funny thing happened the other day. I know I'm going on about this. I'm always talking for ages on these YouTubes, yeah. But the other day, a mate of mine, a very good friend of mine, yeah, he lives here, and he phoned me up and said, "Can you give me a hand with my washing machine?" I went, "Yeah, yeah." He said, "I ain't here yet." He said, "But they're coming. Could you let it in your place?" I went, "Yeah, all right, no problem." Massive gravity washing machine. Why they never went to his place and took it up his stairs and lived outside his house, and then we wait. I could go up there and wait for him to come back, my mate, and then take it in his front room. But no, he wanted to come here for me to check it, but there was nothing wrong with it. It was all wrapped up. So anyway, this thing weighed a ton. This washing machine, it got a big concrete thing on it. So it was not that bad putting it on the motor. It was quite easy, quite light as such for two of us, yeah. Taking it off was quite light, but when we had to walk up the stairs, my left leg would not lift up with the weight of the washing machine, and I couldn't get up, mate. And it was terrible, you know what I mean? To think, like years ago, I used to run up the stairs with two and one across, two underweight big things of cement, one each shoulder, and then one along the cross. So you've got 300 pounds of weight on more than that. You know what I mean? On your two on your shoulders, one on your shoulder, each shoulder, one across the nut, run up the stairs. I couldn't even. You know, it's just like just goes to show you what it's like. You know what I mean? Anyway. Bang Bang Mail, I'm just going on a little bit further. Bang Bang Mail, please press the like button, subscribe, and good afternoon.